Okay, so on to the structure of co-resolution, the basic idea of it. Okay, so in the basics, there are two aspects of it that are pretty much absolute necessities. One is that the co-resolvers work together as a single service. They share an ongoing relationship, they work as a team. They come to the table together, they leave the table together. You don't pick and choose who your co-resolver is, they are one unit. Separate. And then the second aspect of it is that each co-resolver assists one disputant as a coach, assistant, negotiator, advocate for that one party, and then you act as a mediator across the table. So anything that you would typically do as a mediator, trying to get people to expand their interests, to consider different alternatives, anything that generates movement is what you do across the table.
Question.
Yes.
Maybe you'll get to this later. I see a problem selling that concept to disputants.
How so?
The fact that if you and I are co-resolvers, okay, and John and Andy are the disputants. They don't trust each other. They don't have a relationship. Andy says to me, wait a minute, how can you be buddies, working buddies with Nate?
And I've gotten that response a lot. People say, well, don't parties distrust it? And as it turns out from the way we've applied it, no. I can say in practice, that has not been how it's shaped out. And the reason I believe is that, these disputants, they want help. As soon as you sit down with them and say, I am your coach, I'm here to help you, they latch onto you. You are their lifesaver.
Sure, but they want you to be friends with the other.
I have never had a party who has indicated a problem with and we are upfront about it. When we go over the commitment to negotiate under co-resolution, I say, Susan, the other co-resolver, and I have worked together plenty in the past, and we will continue to work together, and as a result of that, we just have a working relationship. But basically, the parties haven't questioned it. And in surveys we've gotten, the parties have ranked their own co-resolver at on average, 4.8 out of 5, which is, really good. I've tried to find, surveys of attorney satisfaction with attorneys, and it's not that high. And this is the real surprising thing is not only did we get 4.8 out of 5 for their own coach, but for the other coach, it was 4.6 out of 5. So not as good. So you don't like the other coach. You don't like them as much, but they're fair. They're okay. You don't have a problem with them.
Maybe they did too good a job.
Yeah. Well,
The other side.
yeah. No, and I have had parties that have, in those post surveys, said that they don't like the other coach, but no one has ever questioned their co-resolvers. And I will be getting into this about how role tensions compare between attorneys and co-resolvers, because when people sit down at a negotiation table, they want a good working relationship between the negotiators. Most business negotiators spend a lot of time and resources trying to get that rapport. Once parties realize that you've got a good relationship across society, they buy into that. They don't feel that you're going to undermine them. They're saying, you've got a good relationship with them? Great. Because the last thing I want is an unknown other side. As soon as I tell them, look, I know what the other coach is going to do here, they love that. That is just music to their ears. And we'll be getting into the psychology of that. But yeah, parties don't question it. They love it. Okay.